What's going on, savages? Let's get after it. What's going on, everybody? Glad you can make it to the RandomCoin Mining Show. We do this every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I appreciate you guys showing up. Basically, what we do is I've got a list of GPU-mineable coins. I think it's 100 plus, and what we do is we randomly choose one of those, and we try to mine it within 30 minutes. Because at 10 o'clock we switch over to BrandonCoin's LiveStream, so we don't overlap. And that's pretty much what we do. But I pre-record the randomization part simply because with so many coins, there's a high probability that we would land on something that we wouldn't be able to mine, and it would be kind of frustrating to go through 20 or 30 minutes of troubleshooting and data collection, and only to find out that you can't mine it because there's no pool, or lack of support, no wallet, whatever the case may be. So I will go ahead and play that pre-recorded video now and show you what we ended up on today. I'm just copying all the names here, and I do it by name now instead of number. So I'm just kind of scrolling up and down here and showing you that it contains all of them. And we landed on Superior coin, which is a Kryptonite version 7 coin. And I just go ahead here and start documenting the things that you need, basically to mine the coin. The items on the list here on the spreadsheet that are grayed out are typically not necessarily needed. It's just good to have information. But for the most part, you need to know what coin you're trying to mine. You need to know what the ticker symbol is, just only so you can look it up on CoinMarketCap or whatever. But you definitely need to know what algorithm it is. Hey, what's up, Yashnik? And what's cool is, and I'm going to say this because Yashnik just showed up, but the ticker symbol for Superior coin is SUP, which is what he always writes whenever he gets in the chat there. So it's kind of cool. So it's on CoinMarketCap, and I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but it was up about 140 something % today, if I remember right. And then it was not on what to mine. And here I'm just going to go to their Bitcoin Talk thread and kind of get a feel for what's going on with the coin. I can tell you right now that after going to their website and doing the little bit of research that I do, there is nothing spectacular about this coin. It seems to be just one more Kryptonite coin that says that they're private, fast, global, secure, and all that stuff, and they really aren't apparently solving a significant problem. Which, whenever I'm looking at a project today, in today's world, 2 or 3 years ago you wouldn't do that, but today you got to solve a problem. Yeah, see right here, secure, private, and untraceable currency. So what problem are you actually solving? Nothing. Right? Not one that, you're not solving a problem that not 1,000 other coins or tokens are not fixing, right? So yeah, not totally impressed with this coin, but that's not the goal of the show. The goal of the show is to go ahead and mine it, and that's what we're gonna do. I don't remember exactly how far I got with the data collection. I don't think I got much further than this right here. I know I was looking for a web wallet. Their web wallet was broken. The website didn't work, so I was forced to download the full Qt desktop wallet, which they only have a Windows version. And actually, yeah, they might have had Linux in there too, but they only had a link to the Windows version one. And I run it through VirusTotal, and it only came up with 1 hit, which is pretty good. not awful. You know, most wallets do come up with something, and it's kind of one of the common things where it just says, you know, that it looks like it might be some type of miner or something like that. So a lot of times it depends on the capabilities of the actual wallet itself. So I kind of spent a little bit of time here. I was kind of looking for a donation address or someone posting their address in the Bitcoin Talk thread, so I could just grab that instead of having to worry about actually installing the wallet. But I was not successful, and I ended up having to install the wallet anyway. Just kind of poking around, looking for an address. I was trying to make it super easy on me, but like I said, wasn't successful. So I go ahead and extract the wallet. It took forever to extract it. It was like 250 meg, I think. I'm going to go and run the wallet. And I do, you know, basically the little trick where I don't let it through the firewall right here, but I go ahead and start the wallet. Oh yeah, that's right. I got really hung up on this password thing. I got a wireless keyboard, and with all the rigs in here, there's a lot of EMI, and oftentimes my keyboard gets messed up and it'll type too many characters. So I spent some time here trying to get the same password in there, and it took me a while. So I'm going to stop the video right there, but just know that you know, I went through the process. I created the wallet and all that stuff, and I got the receiving address, and all is well. So I'll show you the let me get to the desktop here. I'll show you where we're at with the documentation. This is where we landed. I didn't get oh, I put that on the wrong spot here. Paste that down here. It's gonna mess my, fix that real quick. So the wallet method would have, it's a Qt desktop wallet, and so I didn't even get a pool or a port or anything like that. So that's probably where we should start, because I have the wallet receiving address. They have a pretty nice wallet. It's not terrible. You know, it pretty standard wallet, nothing too fancy or anything. So we will go and grab a port. Hey, what's up, Shuby? Let's go to over here. We'll look under mining pool stats, right? Mining pool stats.stream. We'll look for a pool over here. And there's only two. Really only one, because yeah, well, two pools. And so that we can spread the hash rate out a little bit, we'll try to use their, it looks like maybe it's their official pool, maybe. So we'll use, oh, that's right, yeah, what hardware we're going to use. We'll use the Scarif rig. This is the hardware that we'll be using. It's a 12 GPU rig, 10 580s and 2 570s. So we'll go all AMD for this evolution here. So we'll use, might as well use XM rig. That rig is on HiveOS right now. So we'll use HiveOS, and we'll try to do it using XM rig AMD. It's going to be kind of tough because the Kryptonite ones in HiveOS have given me some problems. So this should be pretty interesting, actually. So we'll go with mid-range hardware to start. And this is just so that we can kind of get an idea of what the miner options need to be. So we will put our address in there just so that we have it all organized. This is just, if you're not familiar with what you need to do, sometimes it helps just to get everything in here and generate a configuration for yourself. So if you go to XMRig AMD, go to see more, then this will kind of tell you what you need to put into your miner options, and you'll see this especially in NiceHash in Hive OS. All right, so we'll grab this right here. We'll put this in our documentation. And the miner that we're going to use is XMRig AMD. And then we're not really going to worry about miner options because we're using Hive OS, so it'll be a little bit different. Typically that terminology right there where you see miner options, that typically that refers to Simple Mining OS because that's exactly the way it's written. But we aren't going to do that. We're going to use Hive OS. So we'll go to Hive OS, we'll go to our farm here, and if you're wondering what I'm mining Beam, and I'm actually mining Beam everywhere pretty much right now. Yeah, so alright, so let's add let's see, we'll have to add a wallet first, but I've found this out. If you go to flight sheets, if you just go ahead and start building a flight sheet for whatever it is you're mining, you can actually get to the part where you can create a wallet, or add a wallet. So we're going to go SUP, and it's actually in there. That's kind of cool. And then right here we'll just do add wallet, and the address, we will add our receiving address in there. We'll give it a name of SUP_YouTube. Sounds good to me. And then we will go to select pool. So it, by default, it has leaf pool added for the superior coin. So let's go back to the mining pool stats, and it is the top one, and that's probably why they have all the hash rates, because they were added to Hive OS. But let's choose a different one. Let's do configure and miner. I'll show you what happens though if you do choose the one that they have. Then it'll come up like this, and you get to choose, you know, that might have some additional choices in here, and then you click apply, and then that's going to you know, basically configure it for that pool. But we're going to do configure and miner because we're going to use that other pool. So for select miner, we're going to go look for XMRig AMD, and then we're going to click setup miner config, and then the wallet worker template. Now what you would do here is you would go to look and see what your miner options would be. What was that at? So I think that okay, so we gotta kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Our password is going to be Scarif. That's the name of the rig, and the variant is 1. So just kind of remember that. But I think that here we will probably just use wallet. Only use the wallet variable there. And then the pool URL, we will use this right here. And then remember our password, it wanted the rig name. I'm not going to worry about GPU threads. Config override though, we need to tell it that it's kryptonite algorithm, and then variant was 1, remember? Now I think that's what we'll have to put. I'm not 100% sure. So this might be a little bit of the troubleshooting part here, because I believe that we have to leave that as kryptonite. We ran into this a couple weeks ago, or last week. So I'm going to put variant 1. Remember, that was what the generated text told us to put in there, right? So I'm going to leave it like that. I believe that the algorithm's going to be kryptonite. Although, man, I want to say that I had to add underscore v7 for it to work, and it might not matter. It might matter on the, you know, the pool might determine that automatically. We'll see. We'll let it rock like this, and we'll see what happens. So we click apply there, and then we're going to create the flight sheet. So there it is right there. We didn't give it a name, did we? No, we didn't. I always forget this right here. It's kind of funny that they let you create it without giving it a name, but we'll just go like that so that it looks like all the others. Alright, now we're going to go to workers, and see, before, the process I was showing you guys in HiveOS was to go to wallets, create the wallet, and do all that stuff. But you saw that if you just go straight to flight sheets, it has the add a wallet feature in there. So it's kind of like cutting a little bit out of it. You just do it all under the flight sheet and get it up and running. So we're going to go to Scarif here, put a check mark there, hit the little rocket for flight sheets. We're going to choose SUP. Makes me think of Yashnik every time I see that. And then we're going to go apply. And then it's going to say command sent. Now, believe I'm not, let me switch the, yeah, I'm actually on the wrong one here. Go down there like that. I don't know if it already restarted or not. I doubt it. Oh, you're sick, Yashnik? That sucks. I hate being sick. It's like the worst. I wish I would have had that up before I clicked apply, because I don't know if it might be hung up here. Alright, it seems to be hung, but what I've learned with HiveOS is it doesn't seem to respond as fast with restarts and things like that as Simple Mining does. It seems like it just takes a little while longer, a little longer than usual. But I am going to, let me see if I can throw it a reboot. It says command sent, so we'll see if it actually restarts. It did. That's good. All right, so maybe, oh, it was already doing it too. Yeah, see, I was a little impatient because it actually was working. Like I said, it seems like it's just a little bit slower. I just get a little bit impatient with it on the reboots and the reloads and things like that. So it actually was working. So just letting it restart here again. We'll probably have to do that waiting again. Let me check on something that I was working on here real quick. See if it ever finished. Keyboard. All right. Still doing the boot up thing. This is actually my the other two rigs. And these right here. Alright, it's up and running. I still haven't got the remote stuff working for this. You know, because it's got built-in BNC. I need to troubleshoot that because I got to figure out why it just doesn't let me in there for some reason. I can show you what it does. See if we click that. That's not right. I think I have to go into it. Yeah, remote access and then BNC. Like this will never open. And then if I go to shell in a box, I don't think that that works either. Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, that's right. I can't log into it. There's something, I don't know what the login info is. I gotta troubleshoot all this. It's not minor. Maybe it's. Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to messing with figuring all that stuff out. I can get into the other rig, the other HiveOS rig, but not this one. I probably clicked something or did something somewhere. But it is apparently working. Let's go back out to here. We'll do a refresh. So it looks like it's getting on Kryptonite V7, it looks like it's getting 10K. So if we go to, if we want to look at profitability real quick, we can head over to ProfitBot Pro. And we'll look at, this was Kryptonite. I don't think there's a version 7 on here. I think it's just considered Kryptonite. So we'll go, isn't that right? Maybe we'll go like this. Well, that's for the coins, for finding them. Okay, so we'll put 10,000 in here. Maybe. And then we'll go by mining profit and then descending. Well, actually, we want to go by name because we want to find superior coin, right? So there you go. So now we're going to look for superior coin. And here it is right here. So based on 10,000 yeah, so yeah, it looks like we would be making about 217 a day, and that because it's green like that, then that means that that's a pretty good estimate. It means it's pretty accurate whenever the number is green, whenever this right here is green. So that's kind of cool. $2 a day off of a 12 GPU rig. Not great, but you know, hey, that's where we're at right now. Now if you wanted to find out what you should be throwing your power at, if you've got 10K up here, then we can go by mining profit, descending, and then click calculate profit. So it looks like if it's orange like this, then that typically means that it's inaccurate. It's just the way the calculation works. He's got it set up to where it will basically highlight it if it's probably not going to get that amount, you know, based on all the background computations. But if you look right here, there's one right here that's $8 a day, not almost $9 a day. And clearly, you know, it's the same as what to mine. If you're, that's only the value of it if you're going to trade it that day, right? So keep that in mind too. But you can get, I mean, sort of profitable here with 10K. All right, so that's cool. What else we got? What is everybody up to? It is 9:55. We got a few minutes here to BS a little bit. Y'all want to look at something? I can show you my Twitter. It's not my birthday. It's close, but not quite. Yeah, if you're not following me on Twitter, you probably should, because I talk about you know, the show on there and stuff, and when I'm going live and whatnot. Plus, I say a bunch of really stupid stuff. So, but I do keep you informed of what's going on with Simple Mining from time to time, or HiveOS or whatever I'm using. So yeah, I do Twitter and YouTube. Those are pretty much the only two things I do. Take a look at the market real quick. Not great, but not too awful either. Things are kind of holding their ground. Yeah, see, this is like a different, this is CoinGecko, and look at it, it's actually below 4 over here. And then over here, it's above 4. So let's get this back on Beam. I'll go in there and clean up, get rid of that wallet and stuff. Remember, you can't just go and delete the wallet if it's being used by a flight sheet and HiveOS. You have to actually take it out of the flight sheet first. But in this case, we're just going to delete it. Delete the flight sheet, then go to wallets, and then we will delete the wallet. Alright, so got that cleaned up. And that is about it. Does anybody know if Brandon's going live? I haven't seen any notification or anything here. I wonder. I don't see anything. He's got 1 minute. Well, 2 minutes. He'll probably just spring it out there real quick, right? He's probably like scrambling right now to get set up. I think, I believe that Crypto Windio is going live at 11. I always get, man, she's all the way on the other coast, so I always get really messed up with the time zones, but I believe that she's going live at 11 our time. Which kind of works out, because if BrandonCoin goes live at 10, you know, you can basically do a whole night of crypto stuff. She does TA and things like that. Super smart. So definitely a good channel to watch if you're interested in TA at all, because technical analysis at all, because I'm really not, but the way that she does it kind of makes it interesting. So it's kind of cool. I dig it. Well, it is 9:59. I am going to end it. Oh, okay. So he just did a reminder. That's great. So we will end this perfectly on time. So that is awesome. I will see you guys tomorrow night. We do this every night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See y'all next time. See you tomorrow. Stay savage, and I'll see you in a few minutes too on BrandonCoin.